This exercise is going to be our posterior pelvic tilt motion. You've already done this before. We're just going to practice rolling that pelvis, practice getting those hips moving. So go ahead and rock that pelvis, do a little posterior pelvic tilt and release. We're going to do 10 of those. 2, 3. We're just working on mobility, working on just that awareness of that pelvis moving. And 5. Keep them going. 6, 7, 8, 9, and one more. 10. All right, let's get to the first movement. So we're going to do a posterior pelvic tilt. We're going to focus on that left and right side. So we're going to be starting with the right side. So you're going to be pushing your right hand down after your pelvic tilt, and you're going to be focusing and thinking about your right little quadrant of your core. But before we do that, let's grab our block, put it between our knees, lightly squeeze this. Really important to lightly squeeze this. Go ahead and do your posterior pelvic tilt. Gently press that right hand into the floor, focusing mentally on that lower right quadrant, and we're going to hold that for that full 8 count. And 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and relax. Now, once again, if you need to use that left hand to feel that right side, just to feel a little bit of awareness, that's okay. You can do that, but if you can do it without your hand, that's even better. So go ahead and do your posterior pelvic tilt. Gently press down that right side, that right hand, thinking mentally on that lower right quadrant, focusing on that core, engaging and contracting for that full 8 count. And 3, 2, 1, relax. Okay, we got one more on this side, and then we'll evaluate the other side. So make sure you take the full recovery. Relax those shoulders, relax those hips, relax your body, and then go ahead and do that posterior pelvic tilt. Gently press that right hand down into the floor. Mentally focusing on that lower right side, holding it for that full 8 count. And 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and relax. Now we're just going to switch sides. So you're going to be pressing down that left hand, focusing mentally on that left quadrant below the belly button off to the left side. So let's go ahead and do your posterior pelvic tilt. Gently press that left hand down into the table or into the floor. Gently hold. You're going to hold it for that full 8 count. And 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and relax. We got 2 more. Remember, you're trying to feel, is the right similar to the left similar to the right? Which one feels more engaged or less engaged? So let's go ahead and do your posterior pelvic tilt. Gently press that left hand down into the floor. Like you see here, if you need to use that hand to kind of feel that awareness, feel free to do so. Ultimate goal is not to need that, but if you need it now, that's okay. And hold it for 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and relax. All right, we got one more on this side. Hopefully you're starting to feel one side more engaged than the other, or maybe you feel imbalanced, and we'll talk about that in a second. So go ahead and do your posterior pelvic tilt. Gently press that left hand down into the floor. Mentally, you're focusing on that left side, seeing if there's a difference. Is there a difference from left to right? Do they feel balanced? Does one feel more engaged or less engaged? And you're going to hold that for 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and relax. So now what we're going to do is you're going to decide, is the left or the right more engaged? Do you feel one side more than the other? Now, if you feel like the right side's more engaged, then you're going to be just doing the next series on your left side with just your left hand pressing down. And if you feel the right, you're going to do it on the right side. Now, if you feel equal, you're going to just push both hands down at the same time. So it's really, really simple. So it's going to be one of the 3 options. So let's go ahead and do your posterior pelvic tilt. Gently press down the side that feels limited or weak. Or if they feel the same, you can press both of them down at the same time, and you're going to hold it for the full 8 count. And 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and relax. Now I want you to keep mentally focusing on that awareness. This is that activation phase. You should start to feel more energy and more focus going to that lower core. Go ahead and do your posterior pelvic tilt. Flatten that back out nice and firm. Gently press down the weak side or the limited side. If they feel the same, I want you to gently press down both hands at the same time. You're going to hold it for that full 8 count. And 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and relax. Remember, relax those shoulders, relax that head, relax those hips. You do not need to be focused on anything else. We want to keep everything else nice and relaxed, just really focused on that lower core area. Go ahead and do your posterior pelvic tilt. Flatten that back out. Gently press down the appropriate hand or hands. And you're going to hold it for that full 8 count. Mentally, you're focused and you're feeling the below the abdominal belly button in the lower abdominal area. And hold for 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and relax. Halfway, we got 3 more of these. Make sure you stay nice and relaxed. Relax those arms too. Shake them out a little bit if you need to. Go ahead and do your posterior pelvic tilt. Gently press down the appropriate arm or arms. Hold for that full 8 count, which is 4, 3, 2, 1. And go ahead and relax. Ultimately, as you go through this program, you're going to feel more balance. It's going to feel like one side, they're going to get more balance over time, but you might have one side that's more limited than the other, and that's okay. Go ahead and do your nice posterior pelvic tilt. Press down the appropriate hand and hold for that full 8 count. And 4, 3, 2, 1, relax. We've got one more of these. Right now we're focused on awareness or focused on activation. We're going to get more and more activation of that lower core. So let's do a posterior pelvic tilt. Mentally really focus on that lower core. Press down the appropriate hand. Hold for the full 8 count. And 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and relax. So hopefully you're starting to feel more balance, more engagement in that lower core as we get ready to progress into the next exercise, which is going to be out of this position. So you'll be taking your block down. We'll get you up and moving here in just a second. So for this next exercise, what we're going to do is we're going to do a posterior pelvic tilt with a side bend to the left and to the right side. So I want you to go ahead and grab your block, grab your towel, grab your pillow, put it between your knees, lightly squeeze that. And then what we're going to do is, not yet, we're going to do a pelvic tilt, and then I'm going to ask you to side bend to your left. And when I do that, we're going to hold that for the 8 count. So go ahead and do your posterior pelvic tilt, side bend to your left. Go ahead and hold that for that full 8 count. And you're going to hold that. Now you're mentally going to be focusing on that left lower abdominal quadrant. Okay, you're going to hold that for 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and relax. Come out of that. Now don't force the side bend. Just go down to naturally, whatever it feels comfortable. Don't over try to do it. Just nice little side bend till you feel that lower engagement and that lower left side. So go ahead and do your posterior pelvic tilt. Hold, side bend to your left. Go ahead and hold that for that full 8 count. And 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and relax. Come back out of that. Good. And then go ahead and do your posterior pelvic tilt. Good. Side bend to your left. Good. And hold for 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and come back out of that. Good. And relax. Relax your hips. Relax your shoulders. Relax your body. Just nice and easy. Nice and relaxed. All right. Go ahead and do your posterior pelvic tilt. Side bend to your left. Focus in that lower left quadrant. Feel that lower left abs contracting, holding for 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Okay, we got 2 more of these. Make sure you relax those shoulders, relax those back. Don't over squeeze that pillow. And go ahead and do your posterior pelvic tilt. Good. Side bend to your left. All right, we're going to hold that for that full 8 count. Mentally, you're focusing that lower activation of that lower quadrant. And 4, 3, 2, 1, relax. All right, we got one more of this side, and then we'll do the right side. Nice and relaxed. All right, go ahead and do your posterior pelvic tilt. Side bend to your left side. Nice and gentle. Focusing on that lower left quadrant. You're going to hold for 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Come on out of it. Now, once again, I want you to mentally focus on that left and right side. So we're going to do the right side this time. So let's go and do your posterior pelvic tilt. Side bend to your right this time, holding that for that full 8 count. Focusing on that lower right quadrant. And 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Come back out of that. Good. And just check in with yourself. See which ones you're feeling more engaged, how that's feeling, because over time this will get better. Go ahead and do your posterior pelvic tilt. Hold. Side bend to your right. Good. Hold that for that full 8 count. And 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Good. Nice. Relax. Relax the shoulders. Relax the head. Relax the neck. Relax those hips. All right. Go ahead and do your posterior pelvic tilt. Side bend to your right. Good. Hold that for that full 8 count. And 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Come back out of that. Got halfway. We got 3 more on this side. Make sure you're nice and relaxed. Go ahead and do your posterior pelvic tilt. Side bend to your right. Go ahead and hold that for that full 8 count. And 4, 3, 2, 1. Come on out of that. Okay, we got 2 more. Relax the shoulders, relax those arms, relax those pelvis, relax the legs. All right, go ahead and do your posterior pelvic tilt. Flatten that back out, nice and firm. Side bend to your right. Holding there, focusing on that lower right quadrant. Feeling that engagement, feel that activation happening. Holding for 4, 3, 2, 1. And come on out. All right, last one. Remember, we're trying to feel that right side to the left side. Just be aware. It's going to get better over time as we go through this process. Go ahead and posterior pelvic tilt. Side bend to your right. Good. Mentally focusing on that lower right side. Feel the activation happening. Holding for 4, 3, 2, 1. And come on out. And relax. So now let's get into the activation from this cat-cow position. So what you're going to do is you're going to round yourself up, tuck that tail underneath, and I want you to draw that belly button towards the small of your back. And you're going to hold that for that full 8 count, focusing on that lower core kicking in and working. And 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and relax. Now when you relax here, you can go into a bowed position there, or you can just go to neutral, whatever is most comfortable for you. And then go ahead and round your back up, tuck that tail underneath, mentally pull that belly button all the way up into the small of your back, and mentally you're really going to focus on that lower core kicking in. You want to feel that abdominal wall kicking in. This will even hit some of your pelvic floor muscles, which is great. And 3, 2, 1, go ahead and relax. Now, if you need to shake it out and go down to your elbows, that's fine. If you need to change your hand position, that's fine. I don't want you to stress out your neck and shoulder doing this. And then when you're ready, let's come back up. All right, let's go ahead and round your back up, tuck that tail underneath, pull that belly button in nice and firm. Good. Mentally, you're focusing on that lower core, feeling those lower abdominal muscles engage. In 3, 2, 1, go ahead and relax. We got halfway. We got 3 more of these. Make sure you take the full 8 count, rest. All right, let's go ahead and round that back up, tuck that tail underneath. Good. Pull that belly button in. Mentally focusing, feeling that lower core activating, getting that brain connection for 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and relax. We got 2 more of these. Anytime you need to take a break, that's okay. You can do that. Take a couple seconds, not very long. Let's go ahead and round your back up. Tuck that tail underneath, pull that belly button up nice and firm. Mentally, you're focusing and feeling that lower core activating, getting that brain core connection. And 3, 2, 1, go ahead and relax. We got 1 more of this exercise. Good. Make sure you take that full rest. Remember, your knees are under your hips, your hands are underneath your shoulders, and go ahead and round your back up. Good. Tuck that tail underneath, pull that belly button to the small of your back. Mentally, you're focusing on that lower core, getting it active, holding for 4, 3, 2, 1, and go ahead and relax. Now you can just lay down on your belly for the next exercise. Let's go ahead and come up into position. All right, stack everything. Go ahead and tuck that tail, and we're going to hold that for that full 8 count. Mentally, you're going to focus on the lower abs kicking in, feeling that engagement, feel that contraction for 4, 3, 2, 1, and go ahead and relax. Now, when you rest, I want you just to come down and rest. I want you to allow your body to rest, allow your shoulders to rest, allow your neck to rest, and then go ahead and come back up. Get back in position. Go ahead and lift yourself up, tuck that tail, feel that activation in that lower core, and we're going to hold that for the full 8 count. And 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and relax. Very, very nice. I love this exercise. It's a very great exercise. Once you really get your body used to it, it's going to help activate that core really, really well, especially that lower abdominal. Go ahead and lift yourself back up. Stack those shoulders over those elbows. Tuck that tail underneath. Good. We're going to hold that for the full 8 count. The head should be somewhat in line with your spine, so you shouldn't be too high up or too far down. And hold for 3, 2, 1, go ahead and go down and relax. Once again, we're mentally focusing on that lower core kicking in and activating. And we're going to see us progress. This exercise is going to be really fun for the next phase, but let's really focus on this. This is one of my favorite exercises. So come back up. All right, tuck that tail in, feel that lower core kick in. Okay, we're going to hold that for that full 8 count. And 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and down and relax. We got 2 more. I like for people to lay down and relax. Let everything relax. So if we get too stressed out and our neck's stressed or our shoulders are tense, it's going to cause your nervous system not to focus on the right areas. So go ahead and come back up. Lift up. Tuck that tail. Good. Feel that lower core engage. We're going to hold that for the full 8 count. And 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead down and relax. We got 1 more. Let's go ahead and come back up into position. Lift up, tuck that tail, feel that mentally focus and feel that awareness and that activation in the lower core. We're going to hold that for the full 8 count. And 4, 3, 2, 1. And go down and relax and rest. Very nice. And we'll get ready for the next exercise. All right, for this next movement, it's a bridge. You're going to lay back on your back and you're going to have your hands nice and firmly down on the floor. Your heels and feet will be on the floor. And we're going to just lift our hips up and we're going to do a bridge. And we're going to hold that for that full 8 count. So go ahead and lift your hips up, driving those heels down into the floor. Lock your body in. You're going to lock it in for that full 8 count. And 4, 3, 2, 1. Go down and relax. Now, when you're coming up, you are using your legs, you are using your glutes and your hamstrings, and that's all very great. But I want you to mentally focus on the core activation. I want you to feel those abs kick in and holding you strong as you lift yourself up. So go ahead and lift that core up, lift those hips up nice and high, lock your body in nice and firm, holding that for 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and go down and relax. All right, make sure you're nice and relaxed. Relax your shoulders, relax your neck, relax your body. Good. All right, let's go ahead and lift your hips up. Lock your body in, focusing mentally on the core activation of the lower abdominal area. We're holding that for that full 8 count, which is 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and go down and relax. What's cool about this exercise, we're going to integrate it as we start moving into the next phase, and you're going to love this because it's going to get more challenging, but we're really going to get the activation up. So go ahead and lift those hips up, lock it in, hold it nice and firm, focusing on that lower abdominal area. And hold for 4, 3, 2, 1, and go ahead and relax. We got 2 more of these. Make sure you rest. Go ahead and lift those hips up. Lock that body in, holding for that full 8 count. And 4, 3, 2, 1, and go ahead and down slow and relax. Good, we got 1 more. I want you to really get this one up there nice and firm, nice and high. Lock that body in and focus on that core. Go ahead and lift up. Lock it in. Focus on that core. And 4, 3, 2, 1. And go ahead and relax. Very nice. Go ahead and relax. We're going to get ready for the next exercise. We're going to start with a nice deep breath in through your nose. You're going to inhale. You're going to hold that. As you exhale through your nose, you're going to do a posterior pelvic tilt. So go ahead and tilt your pelvis. You're going to hold that down. You're going to hold for 3, 2, 1. Inhale by holding that and still holding that tilt. Inhale through your nose. Nice and big, nice and big. As you exhale, relax your pelvis, relax your back, and let your body just nice and relaxed. So we're only moving on exhales. So go ahead and take a nice deep breath in through your nose. As you exhale, I want you to do a posterior pelvic tilt. You're going to hold the tilt. You're going to hold that exhale for 3, 2, 1. Inhale through your nose. Feel that rib cage expand. And then as you exhale, go ahead and relax your pelvis, relax your back. Good. Nice deep breath in through your nose. Inhale. Feel that rib cage expand. As you exhale, go ahead and do a posterior pelvic tilt. You're going to hold that back to the floor. Exhale, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and inhale. Feel that rib cage expand out, up, and out. Feel yourself getting taller. And then as you exhale, go ahead and relax your back. Relax everything. All right, we got 3 more of these. Take a nice deep breath through your nose. Inhale. Feel that rib cage expand. As you exhale, flatten that back out. Do the posterior pelvic tilt. Hold that nice and firm. You're going to hold that for 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and inhale. Feel that ribcage expand. Feel yourself getting taller. And then go ahead and exhale and relax everything. Relax the shoulders, relax your head, relax your neck. Let's do 2 more. Go ahead and inhale through the nose. Feel that ribcage and expand and out, up and back. Exhale and go and pelvic tilt. Hold it nice and firm. Go ahead, holding that firm. Inhale through the nose. We're going to hold that for 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and relax. Relax everything. And last one. Go ahead and nice deep breath through the nose. Feel that ribcage expand. And then as you exhale, go ahead and do your posterior pelvic tilt. Hold that nice and firm. Nice and firm. Feel that core kicking in. Go ahead and breathe in through your nose. Feel the ribcage expand. And 2, 1, exhale and let everything relax. Awesome. That is the finish of the core activation phase, phase 2. And I'm super excited for you to move on to phase 3. Now keep in mind, this can be anywhere from 2 to 4 weeks. You're going to ideally do it every day. If you can't do it every day, you can definitely do it 3 to 5 times a week. Take it in a private spot. Go somewhere where you can be quiet and you can do this so that you can focus on you. Thanks, y'all.